Okay, so if you're not religious and you're like watching porn every day and you're like, yeah, I love this is great, right? You don't think you have a porn addiction. But if you are religious, you're much more likely to think you have a porn addiction, even if you've only viewed porn like a few times in your entire life. So one other finding from the study that was so fascinating, more than 1,200 books have been written about pornography addiction, and they've been listed on Amazon.com, listed under religious or spirituality section. So basically, people who have a religious agenda are writing the majority of these books on porn addiction, which, by the way, another study says isn't really an addiction, isn't really an issue that needs to be dealt with.
So that was also super interesting.
Yeah.
And both studies agree that actually the more religious you are, the more you think you have a porn addiction. But the other study proves that there's actually no such thing as porn addiction.
And before we get to that, I just want to make a really quick point about religion in general. So obviously this is about porn, but I think that religion usually makes people feel guilty about most natural things that they go through or feel, right? So if you want to go partying with your friends, if you want to have premarital sex, if you want to, I don't know, what else is natural and normal? If you're gay, right, and you decide to have a same-sex relationship, those are all things that you shouldn't feel guilty or bad about, but religion makes you feel guilty and bad about it. If you're Muslim and you decide you want to eat pork, you'll feel guilty and bad about it.
You know, let me just say two quick things from my experience on this. Number one, ever since I used to be religious and now I'm not, right? I'm agnostic. And ever since, I feel so much better. You don't have to worry about all this BS guilt. I mean, God, religion weighs you down with so much guilt over perfectly normal stuff. And you feel free as a feather once you get rid of that nonsense. And point number two is, what's interesting is that I didn't stop feeling guilt about things that I should feel guilty about. If you did something wrong against someone else, I continue to feel guilty about that, not because I fear Allah or God or Jesus Christ or anyone else, but because it's the wrong thing to do.
Right.
But about the stuff that doesn't harm anyone else, no guilty feelings at all, because you shouldn't have them.